Yes, guys, I am back in black. So yeah, today's little video, I'm going to be doing more to the Rollcage, obviously, as it's titled. Now, with the announcement of like when they aim for the lockdown to be over and that, it's kind of got me in the mood to get the stuff done. Because recently, not really been feeling it. I've really just sort of been working on the weekends and stuff. Now I feel a little bit more motivated, especially as I got accepted to get into a show as well. So yeah, I want to try and get this thing done now. So we're going to be doing evening works as well. Anyway, since the last video, a few things have already arrived at my house that I've ordered. I still need to get a bit more tubing to finish on the door bars and stuff. But last night I didn't film it because, like I say, I hadn't really been feeling it too much. And with this, I kind of want to get it done and make sure it's right. And the whole video thing makes things take even longer. And also, I don't know, every now and then I just need to do a little bit by myself and get it all done. But anyway, I have made one of the rear uprights, one of like the rear supports that go from the wheel arch to the main hoop. And yeah, I also put in the head tube, I guess it's called. Well, I might as well just show you. So yeah, we've got the head tubey thing in here. And then I've got this one which is just tacked in at the top there, and I also put these plates in, so I got that one and that one over there. Yeah, with those I just welded, I basically just cut them to size. I don't know if these are big enough, I don't know, whatever. I basically just tack welded up here, not tack welded, I fully welded it in, and then I got it really hot so it would move a bit and bend, and I just started hitting it with a hammer. It has bent a bit of the arch or whatever, but that doesn't matter, I think. I mean, it spread the weight if I was to ever roll it over on the roof, which, if I'm honest, very unlikely. But yeah, anyway, that doesn't matter. Let's talk about the cage. So, what are we doing this evening? Well, this evening, we are gonna start making the boxes for the floor. So instead of this, I had a go at doing it last night, and basically what I'm doing is just getting this flat stock stuff, wham that on the roof. Oh, listen to that, good thing I'm painting it. And I had a go at bending it in the vise. It's a little bit, it's not right, so I'm going to try and sort that out today. I'm not 100% sure, I'm going to work it out, but yeah, let's look into doing this. That's what we're going to do. Okay, so the first thing obviously we're going to need to do is work out the size of what we need. Now, I've got the cage in roughly, well, I say roughly, yeah, it's in basically the right place of where it needs to be. And now what I'm going to do is, like I showed you, I'm going to bend that bit of flat stock. I'm probably going to try a new bit. I just had a go at trying to bend it more, and it's kind of looking a bit meh. So I think there's a different way on how I can bend it a bit easier. So obviously the first thing I want to do is make sure we got a nice size box. Now, I'm just going to measure out to here, and sort of here, and I think what I'm going to do is have it come down this way, or either come out from here and come down and weld to there. Just trying to work out which way would be easiest. Right, so this bit of metal is 9 centimeters wide. Now, with this, it doesn't exactly give me a lot of room over this side, because I'd quite like it to hang out a bit. Now, the cage does sit closer to the back, so I think what I'm going to do is do it this way. And obviously, it will sit over a bit further with that. But then what I'm going to do is, I think if I sort of actually come on this mark here, that'll give us a nice area. I mean, the best way for me to do this, I guess, really, is to measure from the bottom up. I need about 12 centimeters, really. And probably measure it from there, obviously measure on there, put a line, and then we'll bend it to that. So, 12 centimeters, let's do it. Okay, right, guys, so this is my plan. What I'm going to do is mark out the 12 centimeters, and then I'm going to obviously mark that out, and then we're going to cut a groove in it, and then I think if I heat it up loads and then bash it over where the groove is, you know, 5. So are we going to say that's square? It looks pretty square. I think this is the actual cut end from the factory anyway. So what shall we do? Shall we do 9 here or 12? Right, now let's cut a little bad boy groove in there. And obviously, don't worry, I'm going to weld that, I'm going to weld the corner up on the box to re-strengthen it. It might be worth just actually making the boxes out of cut metal, but you know, who knows? We'll try this way. We're all about trying things here. And I think what I want to do is we'll whack this in the vise. So we got that in the vise there. Then the next thing we need is a little bit of heat. Yeah. Right, now we'll try hitting it with a hammer without knocking the camera over as well. Okay. Do you know what? I think that's just going to split it, but oh well. Oh, I'm starting to think I might as well just cut it. Let's try this hammer in it with it instead. Yeah, so I really, to be honest, I was hoping that if I bent it, it would still keep a lot of its strength. But I think where I've sort of done that, I'm literally better off, because then what my plan was to weld this up anyway. But I think I'm literally just better off cutting it and doing it that way. But, you know, we'll see, won't we? Little box section bit. That's kind of hot. Right, so once this is all sort of cut the shape down here, it'll be quite a nice fit. But what I was thinking is, obviously this part here is like the chassis rail. However, this is quite thin here. So I do have this off cut, and I think I might, obviously that'll come over a bit more, but weld it in there. So then the edge of this would sit on it like that, just so there's a little bit more weight spread. So I'm gonna grind this bad boy out and I don't know, weld it in there or something, you know. Yeah. Okay, so that plate is now welded in pretty much. Now, what I'm going to do is just mark up where this needs cutting out. So around the back here, there's basically this bit just sticks out and this bit goes in. So we just need to, I'm going to mark with a pen and grind that down. And then I'm going to, because I've held the cage up so I could grind in there a bit better, I'm going to drop that back down to the height it needs to be and see how that fits in, because I think we're still going to want to trim some off the bottom of this for sure. So that's that bottom part cut. I also had to cut like a little bit out for down here, but I know it looks well dirty here, the whole thing, but we'll clean it up a bit more. But yeah, there we are. That's how it's going to sit. I might bend that up so that sits a little flusher with that. Ooh, look at that, baby. That ain't too bad now, is it? Come on. Yeah, boy. Right, well, that's one box done. I think I might call it a night for me. Yeah, that won't be the end of the video, but I'm going to call it a night for me, because we've got to do the front ones as well and still the other side, which we'll do a video of. But I've got some stuff I need to do. I don't even know what I'm telling you, but I need to go have a shower and I need to go do some food shopping. And also I'd quite like to edit the other video. Let's keep it up, and no, I won't see you next time. I'll see you now. So yeah, it's the next day now. Luckily, I've been given half the day off. I only had to do half a day's work today. And so I've just spent the rest of the day working on this. Now I've been doing the sort of box, the box section bits, because it's mainly a lot of just grinding and cutting and getting the shape. I haven't really filmed much of it, but I thought I'd show you like the not finished product, but how it's getting on so far. The one we was working on yesterday, that's all pretty much done. Don't look at those welds too much. It's been proven quite difficult to weld the thick, obviously, sheet to the thinner of the car, but we'll get there in the end. And then I've made this one. I actually decided to make the box outside of the car this time, so that one can still actually come out, and it looks really nice. So basically what I've done this time was just actually make all one, two, three, yeah, all four sides, and then weld them outside of the car. And that one looks really nice. And I've sort of done that one over there. And then I've just got the front one to finish off as well. So yeah, I'm gonna keep going at those, and then, I don't know, you guys don't really want to see me doing all this kind of stuff, and it's kind of difficult to film as well, because it's just me using an angle grinder, so. Ooh, let me explain how I did the side on this one actually. So basically, what I done was got another sheet of this metal, the flat stock stuff, and then just laid it down next to it, and slowly started marking out this shape. Well, not slowly marked it out, I marked it out and then cut it, put it in, tested it, and then just kept slowly grinding bits off and stuff like that until that fit pretty flush with it, and until I was happy. And then I just drew a line across here, cut that down. I actually cut just a little bit over so it sits flush. And then we welded it to it and got that nice fat bead on it. So yeah, I set my jumper on fire as well using the angle grinder. It was kind of annoying that I wasn't filming at the time because I was just like grinding, and then there's flames, and then yeah, that's it. So I guess move on to the boxes being done, I think. Right, so this is the box for the passenger side, and this is how I've been making it. So like I said, I've been cutting the sheet bits of metal and just tacking them together. So this would be the side, look at my hand there, this would be the side closest to the tunnel. Obviously that's the top, that'll be facing towards the front of the car. So I just need to make the bit for the back. It's pretty simple how I've been doing it. So yeah, so basically just get the sheet of metal there, and this is sort of the same width. That's why I've done it on the side this time, and we just come around here, line it all up, grab a pen, marker it, grab a little square, and then I'll just chuck that in the cutter and I'll be back. Right, so once we've cleaned this bad boy up, what we need to do is sort of wang that in there. That kind of oversells it actually a bit. Let's do this another way. Oh, I'm putting it on the wrong side. First, you got to make sure you put it on the right side. So yeah, it's just a case of lining it up. Then we'll go out there, bust some tack words on it, and just trim off these last excess bits that you can see here. Right, so what you do is just put it on the bonnet of your car, and then once again just line that up because I sort of moved it when I came over. Then you want to put on your favourite Taylor Swift song, and then just start welding it up really. I'm going to bust down the tack words obviously first, and then actually then start going along with it properly. That looks a bit shit. Right, so what I'm doing now is, as you can see, I've grounded them off a little bit, but using the old flappy wheel. Funny story, I've had one of those hit me in the face before. Split all down my nose and stuff like that, and, you know, that's pretty cool. What I'm doing is, not because they look bad or anything, because, you know, they do look alright. Well, no, they don't, some look bad. But I am just rounding off, because I think the right angle stuff, when you weld it, like, on the outside and then, like, roll it over, like that other box, I just think it looks really cool. And as I'm saying this, I know it's pointless, because this is going to be, like, painted, and then it's not going to be covered in carpet, actually, because I'm going to have to cut my carpet round it. So, yeah, I guess you're going to see it. So, yeah, I'm gonna round it off. See, look at that. Look how much better that looks. Boy. I guess I'm going to go stick it in the car now. It's hot still. So, yeah, I'm going to stick it in the car. Then we'll line the roll cage up and then tack it in place. And then if it looks good and I like where it is, we can weld it in. So, you know, let's do it. Right, okay, so that is the box in. What I've done is I've just used the power file just to mark out bits there where I need to sand. Then I'm just going to get the grinder and go pretty mad on it. It's kind of annoying that I already done the whole waterproof thing where I've done all this, because now I've got to grind this out. I had to do it again over there and that one, and on this. You can't even see that, but the box behind me. So yeah, I'm going to sand all that out, and then we'll come back and I'll tack it in place and probably weld it in place. Yeah, I've welded all the other ones in, so yeah. Right, so that's it all ground out. As you can see, I've whacked just a little bit of seam sealer in there because I have a hole in there from when I had the neons and I drilled self-tappers up and through the bottom of the car. You know, I've just whacked a load of seam sealer over it, and then this obviously goes on top like that. I'm then going to actually just lower the cage down quickly just to make sure that that is in the right place. I'm just going to line it all up because the last thing I want to do is it's sitting right on the edge. I think what I'm going to do though, when I put the cage in, I'm going to weld the back in, and then I'm actually going to try and clamp these, each of these bars over a bit, just so they're a little bit closer to the body, because I did want them a little bit closer, but sometimes these kind of things happen. So you know, that is roughly about where it's sat. And I'm pretty happy with that. I don't know what's best really, with my vast knowledge of obviously building cages. But I mean, to me, honestly, I think really that part of the cage sitting closer to the edge makes more sense than it sitting in, like, let's say the middle of this. I don't really know. I don't know the logistics of it. Let's just weld it, shall we? Try and blow some flipping holes in this thing. Whoa. That might be too hot. The hard part about this welding is that where I'm welding, this is quite thick stuff. This is almost like 3mm to 5mm. And this is obviously like 1 or 2, like 1.6 maybe. So that's why the welding's always a bit... See, that looks horrible. Let's try and sort that out a bit. Right guys, well, that concludes today's episode, I guess, because we've run out of welding wire. So I'm gonna have to get some more tomorrow, and then we'll be back. So thanks for watching this one, guys, and I will see you on the next one.